pretty wild scene as he enters the Men Arena. 10,000 fans, and looking around me, high into the balconies, there's hardly a spare seat to be had. Being shown again tonight in the United States. He's certainly one of the hot properties of this division, but he has to prove tonight that he can cut it with one of the bigger names.
Yes, he has to be careful of that right hand early on. He has to come in, not square on, and he has to try and get Vince Phillips out of there.
Here are the vital statistics going into this set. Hatton is unbeaten in 31, remember, is 24. And he was 10 years old when Vince Phillips made his debut. Big age gap, as you can see. Not much in the height, not much in the reach. Phillips had to strip naked to make the weight. Big question mark about that. He'll be boxing his 300th round, the first here, Vince Phillips tonight. Much more experienced, of course. He's been there at world level and got the T-shirt for a decade or so. Let's join our big fight MC, Jimmy Lennon Jr. in just a moment or so as the fighters just check the gloves. Phillips is going to love this atmosphere. He was saying, can't wait for the adrenaline the night's going to produce.
Well, hopefully it'll bring the best out of him.
Live and exclusive on Sky Sports across the UK, and to our boxing fans joining us around the world, we welcome you to the MEN Arena here in Manchester, England, for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Frank Warren Sports Network in association with Sky Sports and Showtime, and sponsored by Red Square and Ladbrokes. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the WBU, the President John Robinson, Supervisor Tom Mullings, along with the British Boxing Board of Control, the steward in charge, Lord Brooks of Tremorfa. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Graham Stead, Dr. David Sim, Dr. Fraser Pinkney, and Dr. Hassan Soltani. Our timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, we have Barry Pinder and Colin Roberts. Judging at ringside for this our main event from St. Clair, Australia, Des Bloyd. From Cape Town, South Africa, Howard Goldberg. And from Surrey, England, Reg Thompson. Our third man to the ring, the referee in charge. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Ian John Lewis. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBU Light Welterweight Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world from Manchester, England, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing purple trunks with white and red trim, joining us from Las Vegas, Nevada, in the United States. He weighed in at the limit of 10 stones even, or 140 U.S. pounds. His record stands at 44 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw, with 32 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the world, introducing Cool Vince Phillips. And his opponent across the ring, really needing no introduction to you, his outstanding fans. On my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, fighting out of and representing his home of Manchester, He weighed in at 9 stone, 13 and 1/2 pounds, or 139 and 1/2 U.S. pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with 31 wins, no losses, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he is making the 9th defense of his title. Here it is, the undefeated WBU light welterweight champion, introducing Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Once again, the referee in charge, Ian John Lewis, now to give instructions.
I am the referee. I spoke to both in the dressing rooms. Obey my commands at all times. You back on the rules, watch your heads, kick your punches up. When I shout break, you break clean. And remember, to defend yourself at all times. Shake hands.
So this is it for Ricky Hatton, in with a man who's beaten Costas Yu, Nicky Ward, Freddie Pendleton, Harold Brazier, and a few others. Now he moves towards the real big league. I don't think the atmosphere has ever been better than this at a Hatton fight, and it has been special before. I don't think he's ever prepared this well either, by the way.
No, I don't think so, but he's never been in with anybody as good before. And, you know, that's the key. This is a real fight and a real test for Ricky Hatton.
Hatton 24, Phillips now 39. How effective is he now? We know he hits with the right hand. Hatton will have to be a bit cute as he tries to get in close with him. How will Phillips react when he feels those vicious body punches, if Hatton can get those off? Well, there can't have been a better atmosphere at Old Trafford today when Manchester United played Liverpool than this. It's absolutely deafening. Right hand was a good shot. Little cross from Phillips early there. Hatton, no reaction at all. Took it well.
But he doesn't want to be taken to me, and that's the key. He can't afford to be hit with shots, especially off the right hand from Phillips.
Remember, Hatton was down against Damon McGee in the first round. Looking for that right hand all the time, and Hatton's left glove is a little low early.
It is. Again, he's been caught with that left hand.
There's another one. And Hatton quite happy to just seem to walk through it and try to get in with his body punches.
Phillips is getting in with that right hand again. Every time he walks in, he's catching him.
Hatton can't afford to let Phillips get too interested in it. Here away from him, good left hand, and that just shook Phillips for a moment over on that far side. Well, seemed to, didn't it?
And he certainly felt the weight for the first time from Hatton.
Hatton, who hasn't had a first round win, by the way, for 5 years. There's the body shot. Oh, and Phillips just loses his balance and his head's shaken back. There was Hatton's first really serious attack.
Well, that was good success there from Hatton. Just got to be careful on the way in. He hasn't got to rush in. Just take his time.
Phillips looks as if he wants to make an argument of this, though, doesn't he, early on, anyway?
Well, he's a proud fighter. He said he hasn't come to lose this. He's come to take the title.
Cool, Vince. He'll need to be in this atmosphere, I tell you.
The body shots are good from Hatton, and Phillips 39. He might feel them.
This will be a lot different from his fight with Charmaine Mitchell, who's basically a bit of a slickster. Very good one. Hatton, all pressure. Again open to the right hands, though. Again open to the right hands.
He's getting caught a little bit in this opening round, Hatton.
But taking them okay, isn't he?
He's taking them all right, but, you know, there's danger signals when he lets somebody like Phillips get through.
Hatton is always going to get hit a bit. He's cut. He's cut Hatton by the right eye, and he's cut badly, too. The old problem surfaces. Oh, as he turned round, we saw it. Hatton cut right eye. Work from Nick Williamson, the London cab driver working the corner. The ace cuts, man. Oh, dear.
Well, I think that's the problem's come about because he's tried to get to him too early. He left himself open to Cole with some decent shots on the way in, and that's forced the cut.
Well, we thought the problem might have disappeared. He's had this so many times in the past, notably in a British title fight with Jonathan Thaxton when he needed surgery afterwards.
Well, there is the thoughts are that it is a head clash, but we can see the blood already there, so maybe it was just before that when the heads were rolling together.
Here's an interesting thing, Glenn. They don't go to the scorecards or have a no contest here. It's British rules. If it's cut, if the fight's stopped because of that cut, Hatton's lost.
Well, now he has to be pretty cagey. That's a bad cut in a bad place.
He's got a good cutsman in the corner, and he'll be earning his form tonight. We know that already. That will only lift Vince Phillips. This is a proud man. And again, the right hand. You'd have thought, wouldn't you, that Hatton's people would have worked on that. It's a tremendous battle, this, so far.
Well, it's a good fight, but I don't know if Hatton is playing into Phillips' hands a little.
He looks like he's just quite content to try to walk through him, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, but I'm not sure that's the best thing. I think he should have been a little bit more cagey.
I'll tell you what, Hatton's working well with the jab, though, tonight. He's really rocked Phillips' head back with that. And he's looking to break the spirit of a man who, remember, is 15 years his senior. 53rd fight tonight of a 14-year career for Phillips. Can he keep up this kind of pace? It's almost as if Hatton's asking him that kind of question, isn't it?
Well, I think he does. He knows the age. He knows he's been through a lot of hard fights. Hatton's really going to make him work in there.
He's just turning up the heat on him, setting a ferocious pace, and wondering if this old champion can stay with this. Hatton's always in the zone because he's on top of you. That's a good body shot. And I tell you what, these are knocking something out of Phillips, I reckon.
Well, that's why there's so many people come to see Hatton. He's so exciting.
Well, I've always called him the Manchester Mexican because of his style. Oh, that was a wicked shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's really bending them knees and trying to get everything into those punches.
He looks really pumped up for this. He's taken a few in doing it, but he's determined here to just break Vince Phillips. Give me an American name. They've given him one. And I just wonder if he can force a stoppage here. Another left hook cracks him, and Phillips comes out again with another right hand, but he's breathing heavily, the American now.
Yeah, I think Phillips is cut as well on the right eye. It looks a bad one too, Ian.
This is a torrid battle we have on our hands here in Manchester. How long can it go on like this?
Well, he's really taking the fight to Phillips, isn't he? Walking through anything, Hatton.
There's a big right hand in there, I think, from Hatton as well. Both fighters cut in the opening couple of rounds. What next? Don't blink with this fight on. We all need a breather, don't we, between the rounds? Well, not only the fighters, the people watching it.
We do. He really is up for this fight, Hatton. Never seen him. He's always in the zone. He always wants. I've never seen him want it as much as this.
There's the head clash, I think, that might have caused the Phillips cut.
Yeah, but that's a problem for both of them when they're in there like that. That there will be clashes of heads.
Cracked together quite hard. Vince Phillips, by the way, comes from Pensacola, Florida. Big mate of Roy Jones, and he said when he was 18, he sparred with a 13-year-old Roy Jones. Jones, the brilliant fighter who's now making his mark even up at heavyweight. So there's some pedigree there with Phillips. round. This is the round in which one of the top welterweights of recent times, Ike Forte, stopped Phillips. That was up at welterweight. Look at Hatton here, unloading with combination punching to the body and head. Almost came up for air, didn't he, Phillips, for a moment then? But he's still looking, isn't he, for that honey punch of his, the right hand, the punch that propelled him to stardom against Costas Hughes.
Well, he's had a long time to get ready for this fight. He's in shape. There's still certainly plenty left in Vince Phillips. Still timing that right hand well, getting those short shots on.
Some people worried that Phillips might come here and lie down. He was only here for the pay night. Forget that. He's come here to put up a fight. This is a man with immense pride.
Yes, he's not that sort of character. He's still loading up for his own left hooks.
Hatton has to be careful in his eagerness to put on the big show here, that he doesn't just leave himself open for one big firecracker of a right from Phillips.
Well, Hatton's been saying for a long time he's ready for everybody out there, and he's going out there to really bandish his name about in the States.
He's getting a real ramrod quality to his jab tonight, isn't he, Hatton?
Yeah, sitting down on his punches, a little worried about the left hand dropping a bit low.
Referee Ian John Lewis looks as if he's enjoying the close quarters view of this. Frenetic start, big right to the body, uppercut from Hatton, left hook to the body, Phillips takes another uppercut, sucks it all up on those ropes, and still comes out for more.
Well, Phillips has got to wonder what he's got in front of him.
Well, he's on him like a harbour shark, isn't he?
Oh, he really is. Good pressure. Educated pressure, but keeps coming at him, digging these hard punches in.
Right hand this time from Hatton, who almost looks a force of nature at times in there.
Well, that cut is bleeding pretty heavily on the right eye of Vince Phillips.
But still, the spirit hasn't been knocked out of him. That cut is getting bad. Hatton's is holding up pretty well, by the way. The Phillips one is a mess at the moment. The corner will need to work on that. And they give themselves each an old-fashioned look at the end of the round, and why wouldn't they? Well, to say this is interesting would be an understatement, wouldn't it?
Well, it's a terrific start to a fight, isn't it? But I mean, made more so really by the work of Hatton.
That's a bad cut he's got, isn't it, Hatton?
It is a bad cut. He's got Mick Williamson in there, and the minute he's doing miracles, because it's staying together very well.
Phillips who says, tell me I can't punch, tell me I can't win, doubt me, I want you to, it's my motivation. This is a man who's had all kinds of drugs problems, been to rehab clinics, had to rebuild his life, been to hell and back in his own words. Like so many fighters who seem to live somewhere around the edge. Though not passengers, very happy living at home with his family.
Well, the crowd in full voice, roaring, Ricky Hatton on.
Another good-looking right hand from Phillips, and a cracking one, a bigger one from Hatton. And again, Phillips somehow took the shot. That was a big, big punch. It looked like one right ahead of us from Hatton.
Yeah, that did seem to trouble Phillips a little bit. The legs just seem to get heavy.
I would have been amazed if it didn't. He landed flush with that one. Let's watch the signs of the resistance in Phillips beginning to ebb away. Oh,
Beautiful right up
oh,
across.
what a shot. There's the world class of Vince Phillips. That's one from the memory bank.
And the right hand, another good shot. He's getting some good punches through.
And Hatton has to be careful. I think he's sucking it up a bit. One of those hurt him. He wanted to cover up for a moment, and he wants to lead on. He got him with one of those, Phillips. He definitely did.
Phillips showing there's still plenty left, picking nice shots out. Hatton just buys a little bit of time.
Welcome to the big league, eh?
Well, he's still handling everything all right. This is good now from Hatton.
Cracking shots to body and head from Hatton, who sucked it all up, went through a little bad period, and back he comes to show some real quality.
Looking a bit weary now, Phillips.
Yes, he's moving with heavy legs, Vince Phillips, maybe significantly. Oh, what an uppercut, right from Hatton. And then a left hook to the body. These are world-class shots from Ricky Hatton, who does look for business. He was hurt earlier in the round a bit, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He's winding up that right hand. Phillips' eye is bleeding heavily again.
This is terrific action. I wonder how this is going down in America. Oh, Hatton walked onto the right hand. He's been open to that shot. It didn't quite land flush, but he has to be careful. You do worry, don't you, for him?
You do a little bit in with a big punch-up, but what a round.
What a round. It's a very good fight, isn't it?
It is. Phillips had his best spell in this fight. He took some good ones from Hatton. There was one, that solid right hand. He took the shots like this, but he showed himself to be still in world class. Because he come back with the best shot so far that he's thrown. There's the right uppercut. What a world-class shot. Really picked that punch out. Hatton just comes in, little gap, picks the right uppercut up.
Oh, what a shot that was, Ben.
It was a terrific round, wasn't it?
Spellbinding stuff from Ricky Hatton. You can see why he sells tickets, why he's become the biggest box office in the country. And I can't think of a fighter around the world, except perhaps Oscar De La Hoya, who could get this kind of raucous atmosphere going. Can you?
I can't. The Americans, they'll be loving this. I think he'll really win the hearts over of the Americans because he fights so well.
They'll be talking about him more, I think. They know about Vince Phillips, but we have to make the point that Vince Phillips isn't in anybody's top 15 at the moment. Not now. He used to be until recently. Some would say maybe he still should be.
Well, he's fighting like he should be.
Yeah.
Certainly looks like he's really worked up for this one. He's had plenty of time to prepare for this fight.
What was in the bacon and eggs that Hatton ate this morning then, and all those sausages?
I don't know, but I'm down that cat in the morning, I think.
I'll be down there, I think. That was his pre-fight meal, or one of them anyway. Both of these probably 11 stone plus, actually in the rings, in the 10 stone division. They had weighed in yesterday, of course.
Another good uppercut going through the middle from Hatton. That right hand still keeps coming out.
He won't wilt, will he, Phillips? He won't go. Not yet, anyway.
Well, this is the mark of Hatton. He's got to just keep on with the job he's doing. Just keep trying to wear Phillips down round by round.
It's worth remembering, too, that not so long ago, Phillips fought an unbeaten prospect called Nick Acevedo, who was 15-0, and he wiped the floor with him. Well blocked by Phillips. Clever defensive work. Stopped that right hand that time.
He's still got that right hand, but not the right hand that took it to cost the zoo.
I think this is just the fight Hatton needs, so long as he wins it, to give him a taste of what it's like in the higher echelons of this division.
You do worry about the way he drops that left hand and has to eat up those rights from Phillips.
You wouldn't want to see him do that against Costas, would you?
You wouldn't. He's got to work on that.
Because he's got a punch like a kick from a mule. Mind you, we thought Phillips did too. And Hatton, to be fair, has taken them all. And there's a right hand of his own, stiffened the legs. It seemed to have Phillips momentarily.
Well, Phillips can't keep taking shots like this. Can't keep being under this sort of pressure.
Another right hand. Oh! Cracking left hook, and Phillips does not go from that either. And Hatton must be wondering what he has to do to put this fellow away.
Well, what he's got to do is more of the same. Just keep them coming.
It's terrific access, it really is. Welcome back to this big atmosphere at the Men Arena in Manchester tonight. Phillips has had to take so many shots, hasn't he? How's he done it?
I know, what a lovely chopping right hand, but he came straight back with his own left. Then that good left hook from Hatton.
Phillips has given the lie to those who said he was an old man who was simply here to get the money and go home.
No, he's worked hard, he's got the pride, he's come here to make a name for himself.
Good performance from Hatton, mixing up the shots, but open to the right hands. That's the big minus for him tonight.
What you want to see now, Ian, is just take his punches a bit more. Don't walk on, just steady pressure. Look for the shots. Look to reserve a little bit of energy. Make the shots count.
Big roar as another left hand goes in from the eager, hungry, ambitious Hatton. A young fighter on his way up.
Well, I've always thought he had the intensity, the style, the hunger of Roberto Duran.
Who's one of his favourite fighters. I think he is his favourite, isn't
Well,
he?
you can tell that by his style. You can tell how much he's followed and watched the tapes of Duran. Duran had the hand of stone in a minute. Phillips has got a chin of stone.
Well, you find that world-class fighters usually have. And Hatton's finding that out here. He's taking an awful lot of shots. But he's got Phillips on the back foot all the time now. And I wonder if this is becoming all a bit too much for the 39-year-old who's slowing, beginning to pump. Two more left hooks to the body. How much more can he take? He hasn't been stopped for 4 years, Phillips.
He's getting tired. He's looking to load up for the right hand. That's all he's waiting of now.
But every second he's in there, he's still dangerous, maybe.
Oh, we can never count him out. But this is still good pressure. It's got to take its toll.
These are real rib-bending punches that Hatton is unloading now. Great exchange on the ropes again. I think Hatton's shown tonight, some people doubted his chin after the McGee fight. He showed he takes a shot, hasn't he?
He didn't want to take too many, but he's walked through everything. And Phillips has got up with some good right hands.
Yeah, but fighters are always going to get hit. Fighters with his style.
Of course they are. He's got to work on defense a little bit more, I think, as he moves more and more amongst the top men.
Phillips' mouth is cut now. He's wearing the signs of what has been a very hard night for him. Oh, right uppercut. Well, the guys on the computer have come up with something interesting. Look at this. Success rate for Hatton is running at over 50%. Now, that is a high figure.
Well, it's a tremendous figure. In boxing at this intensity, you're throwing this many punches, to have that sort of accuracy really is a mark of a good fighter.
Going into round 7, in the build-up to this fight, Vince Phillips compared Ricky Hatton with Rocky Marciano. And guess what? Ricky felt that was a bit of a slight. Thought he was saying he was just a brawler.
Well, he's got a little while to go until he does anything like the famed Rock.
And his trainer Billy Graham called him Willie Pep with a punch after the great featherweight of old. But he isn't quite... Oh, that jab! Just almost lifted Phillips off his feet for a moment. And a right hand, he's planting his feet even more, Hatton, now.
He's taking his shots, he's looking for the big uns. Still just got to make sure he doesn't walk onto one.
Phillips isn't winning any of these rounds, is he? He's putting up a very brave battle, but I think Pat looks to have things under control, unless, of course, Phillips can just unload with one jackpot right.
Hatton's still got that the spring in his step, where the legs of Phillips look like a 39-year-old now. They're looking heavy.
Chance of Manchester ring around the arena. They're proud of him here, and he's proud of his home city too.
Well, are they soon going to have a venue big enough for a Ricky Hatton fight?
Well, they're talking about Main Road, aren't they? For the showdown with Junior Witter in the summer, if that fight comes off. Hatton just fights at such a ferocious pace, Glenn.
Yes, he does, but he's always got that rhythm. What a right hand there, Ian. Still just bounces off the chin of Phillips.
And this will raise the question, I'm sure people will say, well, he's a wicked body puncher, but he's not putting Phillips out of there. Is he really a big puncher at world level?
Well, Phillips is not a guy who gets stopped. 12 rounds to Shambo Mitchell. 12 rounds to a Vernon Forrest.
And the right hand, and two body shots. What does Hatton have to do to force the stoppage here?
Well, he just keeps spitting defiance, doesn't he, Phillips?
He's so courageous here. The former IBF world champion. The man who made 3 defenses of the title. He's showing amazing pride, courage in the face of heavy fire. Long way behind though, Phillips.
And a long, hard walk back for him, wasn't it?
Well, we saw Wayne McCulloch have to take too much against Scott Harrison, and we felt that the corner should have pulled him out. Is it getting to that stage with Phillips now?
I think that it's getting close to that stage. The head's starting to dip. You know, the morale is all gone. Hatton is still on top, legs bouncing, sitting down and really banging in these big punches.
The last man to stop Vince Phillips, by the way, was Teron Millett on the night that Phillips lost his IBF World Championship in 1999. The referee, by the way, has gone over to the Phillips corner just to have a little look. From my experience of Ian John Lewis, the referee, he's one who really likes to let fights run, isn't he? He's not one to dive in early.
Well, especially not at this level. Laying off the stool, Phillips.
Straight away, Hatton gives him a reminder with a left hook. Hatton's jab's been good tonight, I think.
Well, he hasn't done a lot wrong. Dropped the left hand a little bit.
I think Hatton's showing tonight that he will be able to mix at this level. I think we kind of knew it beforehand, but the point is being underlined, isn't it?
Well, I think he's destined for the very, very top on this sort of form, and one of the big fights await him, I think. That's what he's got to be looking for me. The big fights, the big names.
This is as exciting as Prince Nassim Hamed at his peak and Nigel Benn. Hatton's style. Unsteady legs, Phillips, even from a jab then. Tired. But he's been like that for a while now, and he keeps on trying to fire back.
Well, the good thing for Hatton, that cuts held up so well. Hasn't really given any trouble at all.
Big salute to Mick Williams and the Cuts man, eh?
Yep. You need good men in your corner like Mick.
I don't think the Cuts work's been as good in Phillips' corner, not by a long shot. Big repertoire tonight too from Hatton. Hooks, jabs, uppercuts. Phillips still looking to get lucky with that right hand. I think he knows it's the only way back now.
Good long jab, knocking the head back of Phillips. But Phillips still trying to get his punches on. He's still there.
Hard enough to get out of the way as well.
Well, the swelling above the left eye now, another problem for Phillips. Good body shot, then right hand though.
A good one through the middle, and again, Hatton just covered up, and then he found that one again, as he did a bit earlier. He's bound to have to go through little moments like that and suck it up.
Oh, he is. But I think the body shots, one or two right hands to the body, have took a little bit out of hand. Just need to be a bit careful now, that eye's starting to bleed.
It is, it's opened up again.
Should have kept my mouth shut.
Yeah. More work for them to do in the corner with Hatton.
Looking a little bit tired himself now,
He
Hatton.
is, oh, and he's got into that. No, he's saying that's a slip. He's saying that's a slip. Just lost his balance. Crowd were on their feet. Back comes Phillips. He is all right. And landed with a right hand the moment he got off the floor. Oh, it's dramatic stuff, some of it is. Now, how bad's the cut, I wonder? It was bad before, and it's opened up again. And there's still quite a way to go in this.
He looked a little bit tired in that round. He got caught by a couple of shots I think hurt him. No, the referee was right. He just tumbled back off balance.
Good piece of refereeing.
But he was trying to get his own right hand on there, Phillips, wasn't he? Just missed with that one.
And then that nice right hand again from Vince Phillips. He does love that punch, and he's had a lot of success with it tonight.
Come back with the left hook and the right uppercut, and that eye is bad.
You have to wonder, would Ricky Hatton be fit to fight in the summer?
Well, I think he probably needs a rest after a fight like this, and a good rest. This one's not over
This is
yet.
a hard one. He did go 9 rounds, remember, with the Russian Mikhail Krivalapov a few months back. You were right, Hatton himself just looked a bit tired, and Phillips disorganised, caught by 2 left hooks, seemed to be disorientated for a moment then.
Yes, he got a little bit confused there, didn't he? Turned away.
You just feel that something has to give, don't you?
You do, you really do.
There's been such an intensity about this. Phillips has been on the receiving end of a lot of it, but still seems competitive. And such is his championship quality that he'll still believe that he might pull this round. No, that's a slip. There was no punch. That's a slip. Sign of tiring legs, these slips from Phillips. What do you think?
Yes, they are. He's not getting a good grip on the canvas. The legs have looked tight for a few rounds now, but he can still put the punches together.
He's taken so many. Hatton has to be careful. He has to punch himself out and leave himself open for a comeback from Phillips. This is really attritional. In some of Hatton's punches now.
Well, he's set such a good pace. He's done so many punches. Bound to be starting to feel it, Ian.
Couldn't be a harder fight if it was for one of the genuine world championships, the Big Four, this one. Both of them look a bit tired, especially Phillips, who seemed to sag around the ring on the far side for a moment there.
Well, you just get the feeling that Hatton could come away with a good combination.
Oh, heavy right hand into the side of the jaw of Phillips, who blinks and comes back for more again. How many times is he going to go to the well?
Well, he said he's had some tough times in his life. He's been to hell and back. He needs that experience, doesn't he, to get him through this.
This is a fighter with bags of character and pride. Another right hand from Hatton. Oh, and again he staggers back, but he might be ready to go here, you know. Phillips, he might be. I say might because he has shown just fantastic durability. and he gets through another round. This is an aging fight for an already pretty aging fighter.
It really is. I mean, this is an epic performance from Phillips. He really has pulled back the years a little bit. You know, he's worked hard for this fight. It means a lot to him, but you just think somebody's got to give. He's got to start to sag under great pressure from Hatton. The right hand was a good one. Just point at the canvas there that he's not getting his grip in the middle of the ring there, where the painted sign is.
Yeah, there's obviously a slippy little patch there, and it might have been that rather than the tired legs that caused him to slip over a couple of times. There is Mick Williams, who's been around a long time doing that job, and he's done it well tonight. 10th round. Due to go 12, of course. Hatton defending his fringe championship, the WBU title, for the 9th time, incidentally, here. Now, that's another slip. That's another slip. And the crowd at the back of the hall are thinking, hang on, what's the referee doing here?
I know, that's exactly it.
He's got it right every time.
There's a bit of water on the middle of the canvas. I think the referee wants it wiped up, because that's where the problem is.
Yeah, it's that middle bit is too slippy. It's a different sort of surface there, isn't it?
Yes, it's not the canvas because it's been painted with the advertisement.
Yeah.
And when it gets water on it, we've seen this a few times in recent fights. You know, it depends on what the grips are like on the boots. Fighters lose their balance.
They've got to look at that, haven't they? You can't have that. And you see now Hatton's lost his balance. This is a real problem now. It's like a bit of a skating ring in the middle there. Phillips can't keep his feet either. This is a real problem. I just wonder whether both fighters might have to do something with the soles of their boots to give them a better grip.
Well, this is where a fighter can get hit with a shot when he falls off balance.
We're talking about fractions of an inch being the difference. And it's looking as if he's trying to just pace himself a little more now.
Yeah, he is. He's threw everything at Phillips, and Phillips is still there. He must be starting to think like just reserve a bit of energy. I know it's not really in his nature.
Oh, 2 rights and a left hand. Phillips goes wobbling again, but it doesn't take long for his head to clear every time.
Also, in a fight like this, you do Hatton the world of good.
But this is what he's going to get, isn't he? With the top guys. He's going to, every time they're going to take him down into the trenches with him.
I don't think he'll come across that many that are as tough as Vince Phillips. He's a pretty hard case.
Mickey Ward. A couple of others too. A couple of good jabs from Hatton. He's waded away to the body. And it's almost beyond belief that Phillips has taken so much and is still upright. Hasn't even had to take a count.
You've got to respect the conditioning of these fighters.
See, we wondered, didn't we, about Phillips' preparation. It all didn't feel right, but I think you've got to take that back. He must have put plenty into the preparation to be doing this.
The eye bleeding heavily again for Phillips.
And his face has been a mess for a long time in the fight.
Still looking for the right hand over the top. Hatton still has to be careful as he starts to tire a little bit. Might drop those hands more.
He's only twice before had to go this far against Damon McGee and John Claxton. Welcome back. Let's have a look at the punch stats here because it's interesting. Shows how dominant Hatton's been in terms of punches landed. Look at that, 280 plays 102.
And look at the body, 68 to 6.
Ooh. Yep. By the way, Vince Phillips' promoter, Sugar Ray Leonard, he's not here tonight. It's Hatton's 32nd fight. Leonard's 32nd fight was that great showdown with Thomas Hearns. Little flashback from 22 years ago. th round. Hatton's a long way in front, isn't he, Glenn?
I've given him every round. He's just been on top all the time.
More compassionate corners might have pulled Phillips out.
Well, I think he's always kept throwing punches back, and I think that's what the referee looks at.
But I think Phillips wouldn't let them. He looks as if he doesn't want to be pulled out of the fight, and well, they're probably thinking this is a big fight. We're not going to do that. This is what he does.
Well, he's still competitive, Ian. He's still there. You know, he can still get the shot on, and if he can hit, if he can connect, he can hurt you.
Hatton's just turned down the intensity of his attacks for a moment. Some blood from his nose. Oh, another fierce left hook. And he just sets it all up like blotting paper.
Well, we said he went 12 with Vernon Forrest and 12 in his last fight with Sean Mitchell. We see why now, don't we?
And Vernon Forrest, of course, is welterweight, a weight up, really, from his ideal weight. Oh, big right hand. Rocks back the head of Phillips. This fight could knock him into retirement. It has been a bit of a systematic beating at times, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Over the last few rounds, been some very heavy shots, but he keeps in there, keeps focused, Phillips, but that head getting knocked about a little bit in the late stages.
Glenn, just address that problem I raised earlier, or a question. People will say in America, is Hatton a puncher at world level?
Well, I
all
think
these shots he's hit Phillips with, and he hasn't put him out of there.
I think that, you know, when you get to this level, you know, you've got to be a thunderous puncher to just knock people out. You've got to grind them down. He's in with a world-class fighter who goes and stays the distance with good champion welterweight.
Cracking shot from Hatton there.
So I don't think they'll see that. I think they'll be impressed with the performance.
He's shown he can do it over the 12 rounds. He's shown he can do this and keep this pressure on for 12 rounds, even if he doesn't get the other fella out of the ring, stop him, knock him out.
Fighters like Duran, you know, when they got to world level, wasn't knocking everybody out.
This is invaluable experience for Ricky Hatton. It's the most instructive night, the most significant fight. No doubt about it. This is another level, and he's passing the test. So far, anyway. Well, he needs one more for the 300. Ricky Hatton in terms of punches landed. And Phillips way behind. It's like a 3-to-1 ratio, isn't it, for Ricky?
Yes, it is. 16 rounds being scheduled, 10 for Phillips.
Hatton's done it 2 times. Phillips only 4, that surprises me. Thought it'd be more than that, didn't you?
Yes, you do. He is a good puncher.
He lost on points to the decent Ray Oliveira and to Vernon Forrest, the man who was regarded as the top welterweight until recently.
Total shutout on my card. I'll give everything to Hatton. Doesn't really tell the story of this fight.
It doesn't begin to tell it, does it?
Nope.
Because I think early on, Phillips looked quite dangerous, didn't he? I think he's been subdued now. Well, I think he has anyway.
Well, never count him out. There's a round to go. Well, I think that the fans have had a treat here.
As well, even though he's a long way ahead. And now I think he has to do the smart thing, accept that it's a point swing, not do anything silly. It's not in his nature, really, that is it?
I was just going to say that here. We're talking about Ricky Hatton here. As long as there's a second to go, he'll still be looking to try and get his man out there. I think that's what makes him so exciting.
I think there's another thing tonight. He's shown that he can get cut badly and still come through to win.
Well, I think there's a lot of questions being answered in this performance about Ricky Hatton. He takes a shot, the cut damage, he's not going to panic if he gets cut. He can get through it, and he can mix with tough guys.
Could Junior Witter live with this kind of heat if that big British showdown comes out? It's slowed down now, but they deserve it almost. This Hatton again with a fast kind of right hand and floats home as well.
See, he's still dangerous. He can still get the shot on. He's done so well in this fight.
It'll be fascinating to hear what Phillips thinks about Hatton, wouldn't it, after the fight, how he compares him with the other guys he's met.
Well, he was very respectful before the fight. Said he was going to win, but I think he knew how good Hatton was.
He's slowed down a little in the stretch, this one, but it's been exciting viewing.
Still looking to get the punches on, double up with the left hook.
I think Hatton's a bit underrated as a boxer, don't you, as well?
Well, he can do it if he wants to. I think the only mistakes he made early was he just come in trying a bit too hard.
He's used the jab pretty well tonight in the main, hasn't he?
He has. From about the fourth round on, he's started to get that jab working well. He's an educated fighter, Ricky Hatton.
Yes, it's pressure, but it has to be educated pressure at the top level. Lovely right hook come across from him that time as well.
Vince Phillips, he's a warrior. He's a true fighter, isn't he? Respect to him as well. He's done so well.
It's all over. I think that's a terrific performance from Ricky Hatton. There's his mum and dad, Ray and Carol. Salute the bravery and courage of Vince Phillips, but I think tonight, if you didn't know already, you know now that Ricky Hatton deserves among the world elite at light welterweight.
Most definitely, tremendous performance. He really was. I mean, he's mature now. He just keeps going forward. It's a relentless work rate and a lot of skill there. And I think crowds have had a treat here. And Vince Phillips hasn't let them down. He said he prepared. He said he'd come here to win. He did his best to do that.
Here we go now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. The judges are in agreement. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judging ringside, Reg Thompson scores about 119 to 109. Des Bloyd scores at 120 to 107, and Howard Goldberg sees about 120 to 108. All three in favor of the winner, still undefeated and still champion, Ricky Hitman Hatton.
Yeah, that's a big win. That's what it means to him. Hatton knew that this was another level, and he's proved that he can move to that new level. It was a reassuring night. I think his chin passed the test. You wouldn't have liked to see him ideally hit by so many right hands, particularly early on. But other than that, there was quite a lot to like, wasn't there, about that performance?
Yes, there was. I think that's the only criticism I can really give for him. He just carried that left hand a bit too low in the early stages. Vince Phillips came here to make a fight of it, and he certainly did. And anybody that thought he was washed up was very wrong.
There's Bobby Rimmer, who's the new sidekick for Billy Graham. It's a big night for him, former welterweight boxer. Little James Bowers is there by Ricky's side, his official mascot. Good on him. So Ricky Hatton has won again, and in a moment we're going to grab a word with him, see how he assessed that performance. It would be good to have a word with Vince Phillips as well at some point. What a pro, that Vince Phillips, eh, Glenn?
Complete pro, really is. He's had a bit of a crazy life, but he does it when he had to, and he come here to fight.
The ambition, the youth, the intensity, it was all there tonight, wasn't it? And it had to be.
from Ricky Hatton. Vince Phillips, fantastically durable. And Hatton surely has learned plenty. Don't forget Anthony Farnell, Hatton's stablemate, still to come here at middleweight. But Ricky, I think, is ready to have a word with us now. Let's hear what he's got to say about his display.
Well, Ricky, we wanted the big test, your 32nd fight. Hard, difficult, unquestionable spirit from Vince Phillips. How do you rate what happened tonight?
All I can say is take my hat off to Vince Phillips. And I'd like everyone from Manchester to give him a round of applause. I'm sure you're at 39 years of age. What a warrior.
How did he survive the full distance and take those shots?
Absolutely incredible. I was hitting him with constant left hooks to the chin, right uppercuts. Difficult to get to the body. He was as cute and as cagey as ever. He was protecting his ribs well. But I was getting him with a jab a lot and to the head shots and probably neglecting my body shots a touch, which the good thing is I put in a good performance. You know, I'll have to watch on tape, but I don't think I lost many rounds. And value for money again, that's all I can say.
Cut in the first round, you came back from that thanks to Mick Williamson again, and wobbled a few times with the right hand. I mean, he was strong with that.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I knew that was going to be the danger, and I knew I might have to come through a few of them. I'm not too sure, like I say, I'd have to watch on the tape, but he caught me with a corking right uppercut. I didn't know whether it was in Manchester, Las Vegas, or... well, anyway, for a split second there, but again, you know, wobbled me for just a split second, covered up, soaked it up, smothered his work, and got through it, and that's what, you know, two champions should do.
That's very honest of you. What do you give your marks out of 10 for this performance? And do you believe now that you're ready for another level?
Well, you know, I was a little bit reckless at times, left myself open. But, you know, the good thing is, you know, I beat a top guy here in Vince Phillips, did it a lot more convincing, I think, than Shamba Mitchell. And, you know, so I think I proved my worth. And, you know, what do you sooner do? See someone jab and move and run all night, or see a fight like that? I know what I'd like to see.
Terrific action. Let's bring promoter Frank Warren in. It was the right match at the right time, wasn't it? How impressed were you?
I was very impressed. I thought, what everybody's got to bear in mind is Ricky got a terrible cut in the first round. And what he did was kept his composure like a true champion. His cornerman Mick Williams done a fantastic job on it. And really, I mean, I could only say he may have lost one round in that fight. I thought he boxed superbly. You know, everybody got to take their hat off to Vince. You know, he's a tough guy, but that was a good fight for Ricky, and I'm sure it's going to win a lot of fans in the States, which was the object of the exercise.
And the question we all want to know, is it Junior Witter next? Is it in July at Main Road? Yes or no?
Do you want Junior Witter?
I think everybody wants Junior Witter and Ricky Hatton to fight.
They don't sound like they do. Do you want Junior Witter?
Break it up, come on.
We'll be making an announcement within 10 days, but it looks like...
Do you promise that?
I always deliver on my promises. We will do it. Ricky wants to fight, just so everybody knows. They're both signed to fight, but you know, Ricky's got a bad cut. We'll see how that goes, but that fight will go on.
It will happen. Ricky Hatton, well done tonight. I think you proved you can handle that step up.
Manchester, God bless, I love you.